Hi there, my name is Vicky Lumley and I work for the University Hospitals of Morecambe Bay NHS Trust. Welcome to our first video workshop for job seekers. I work in a careers and engagement team in the NHS. We run a number of different events and projects that are designed to inspire and support people into careers within health and social care. These video workshops have been designed specifically for job seekers and are aimed to help you to identify your skills, be able to write supporting statements and give you more information about the range of careers and opportunities on offer within health and social care. This video will focus specifically on these first two aims, and the second video workshop that we're running will concentrate on the latter two. We're now going to have a look at a couple of different activities that might help you to start creating a CV or an application for a job. The first one is a mapping activity. Now, when I was at high school, I had a pretty clear and fixed idea about how my life was going to go and what my future was going to look like. And in my head, it looked something like this. It's a nice straight line from school to university, into a job, and then of course I was going to get a promotion. But the reality is often pretty different. And in fact, my life has been much more varied, and decisions that I've made have taken my life into lots of different directions. So, for example, rather than that nice straight line, my life has looked a lot more like this. After school, I went off to Honduras to do a gap year, and I was teaching in school there. Then I studied university. I did law at first, but I didn't like it, so I changed my course. After that, I did a teaching qualification at university, became a teacher. I then left teaching and joined the NHS just as an admin member of staff. I then joined the NHS careers team, and then subsequently I've had a promotion and I now lead that team. So in some ways it has stayed true to the kind of direction in that I've gone from school to university to a job to promotion. But as you can see, the decisions that I've made have taken my life into lots of different directions. Let's have a look at another fictional example this time. And you can see how different decisions can impact a person's employment history. This person was at school. While they were at school, they had some work experience, perhaps in year 10, working as a receptionist in a GP surgery. After school, they got a part-time job stocking shelves in a supermarket and then decided that they wanted to get into catering. So they got a part-time job as a kitchen porter in a local restaurant. Then they left employment to raise their own children, and obviously that was for a number of years. And then when the kids started at school themselves, this person got a part-time job as a shop assistant. They then had to leave employment because a member of their family became seriously ill, and they cared for them and have now started working as a volunteer in a hospice cafe. Now, this mapping exercise can be a really good activity for you to do to help you start formulating your CV, because that's essentially a map of your experiences, skills, and qualifications. But when you apply for a role, it isn't enough to simply map out what you've done across your career journey. The important thing is being able to identify your skills that you have gained and developed across each chapter. So we're now going to have a look at that now. This is my map that you'll remember from just before. And what I've done, at every step, I've kind of tried to identify the skills that I've gained. So while living in Honduras, it was the first time living away from home, so I gained independence, confidence, communication skills. I was managing my own budget. I was cooking and cleaning for myself. I had to learn how to speak Spanish. And of course, I became responsible for myself. While I was at university, I had to be dedicated. I had to gain organization skills, time management. I had to deliver presentations, but also communicate in writing. As a teacher, I learned other skills. So you can see as I've gone along each step of my map, I've identified which skills really I've gained or honed in that time. And we can do the exact same activity with the fictional person that I've made up to show that it doesn't necessarily have to be skills that you've gained in paid employment. So for example, during her year 10 work experience, this person gained confidence, communicating face-to-face and on the telephone, using a computer, customer service, friendliness. During the part-time job stocking shelves, they had to have good attention to detail, organization skills, time management, working deadlines. They also had to be physically strong and have good stamina. And working as a kitchen porter, they were working under pressure, again, meeting deadlines, following instructions, working as a team. Now, raising children, a lot of people might think, well, I've not got any skills because I've been raising children for the past 5 years. This has got the biggest box out of them all, because actually raising children gives you loads of different skills, from preparing meals to also coaching and mentoring. You have a high level of responsibility. You've got standards of hygiene and cleanliness, behavior management, activity coordination. You've got to liaise with lots of different people, from teachers to doctors and nurses, perhaps therapists, maybe. But you're also in charge of decision making, problem solving. You have to be flexible and adaptable, because children are fickle creatures and require a lot of care and attention. So just because it's not paid work does not mean that you've not gained skills. As a part-time shop assistant, this person gained, again, multitasking, communication skills, but perhaps this was the first time that they operated a till or worked in a customer service role. Again, caring for the family member, that would be very similar skills to raising children. You might think of other skills that they would have adapted or developed during that time. And then finally, volunteering in a hospice cafe, again, is a bit customer service, communication skills, multitasking, might be more cleaning, and shows a level of dedication, because any volunteering looks fantastic on your CV. And I think any employer would look really favorably on any volunteering that you've got. So that's a really good activity to help you to start to structure a personal statement or a cover letter, which many job applications use or need. But also it helps you to identify the kind of roles that you're looking for, because it can help you to narrow down your search. If you look for the job vacancies that list those skills that you've got as essential criteria. And from that, it also becomes a little bit easier to start writing your supporting statements. So you can use this map to create a bank of sentences which you could use for a cover letter. So for example, I developed my blank skills while working at blank. So you could easily put in there, I developed my communication skills while working as a volunteer in the hospice cafe. I've just put some sort of generic sentence starters here for you, which may or may not be helpful. But I thought sometimes the worst thing about applying for a job is having a blank piece of paper in front of you and not really knowing where to start. So it's just a little bit of a sentence starter for you. Really, that's the end of our first video workshop. I hope it's been helpful. In terms of next steps, I would definitely recommend that you complete a mapping activity and identify your skills, like I've shown you here in this video, because I think that can really help you to draft a personal statement, which could be used as a template for different job applications. I've listed some websites there that might be useful for you to search for job vacancies. Obviously, there's lots of others. And so lastly, good luck. If you're specifically interested in a future career in the NHS or social care, make sure that you catch our second video workshop for job seekers. But otherwise, bye for now.